How's everybody doing, man? This is Jermaine, Cutting Edge, coming back at you again. Before we had my boy Francis from Nonsense Sports, we collaborated and we kind of broke down the Eastern Conference. I got my boy Jermaine Pena, who's going to break down the Western Conference for you a little bit later this week. But what I want to talk about today is the resurgence of the Boston Celtics.
Kemba Walker going into his bag, hits the Time Lord, froze time for 1 second, and pounces on Julius Randle.
All right, here we go. Smart, looking for Tatum. Gets it in. Tatum takes it, makes it.
The resurgence of the Boston Celtics. Celtics are back. The Celtics are back doing what the Celtics do. Something that the Celtics love doing. They love having ball movement. They're back to using ball movement. You saw ball movement was taken away from the Celtics back when Kyrie Irving was there, just for the simple fact that Kyrie Irving is a ball-dominant point guard. So you saw the defense decline. You saw ball movement decline. You saw assist-to-turnover ratio decline. You saw things of that magnitude decline when Kyrie Irving was in the lineup, compared to the year before when Kyrie Irving wasn't there and they did it with Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, Marcus Smart, Markieff Morris. It was a more group effort. So now without Kyrie, I think this is the best that the Boston Celtics has looked. What I'm going to do for you is I'm going to break it down. Strengths, weaknesses, just a whole SWOT analysis, man. You have your strength, Jason Tatum.
Simmons threw it away, gave it up to Tatum, tracked by Horford, who fouled him. And he made the bucket.
Certainly athleticism. Williams leads that class. Siakam has to kick it back out. Tatum comes up with the steal. Tatum, bounce pass. Brown for two.
Knocked away by Smart. Barrett drives, goes inside. Reverse shot blocked. Oh! And Smart couldn't quite hold on. How about that play from Smart? Because Smart doing a little razzle-dazzle.
Dancing, the Knicks won't let him shake.
The help defense gets there late, and Tatum with a chance for a three-point play.
That's the biggest strength for the Boston Celtics right now. Jason Tatum. The man can take over a game. The man can take over a series. If Jason Tatum puts his mind to it, Jason Tatum is really lining himself up to be one of the best basketball players we have seen in such a long time, because he does have the Mamba mentality, but he's still laid back. He's a silent assassin. He has the three. He has the dribble drive. He has the handles. Jason Tatum is the complete package. One big obstacle, though, that I think they're going to have to address is his ability to defend your best defender. Jason Tatum has been known to take a couple of defensive schemes off. As we know, his game is offensive. It's very offensive heavy. So one thing that I think Boston is going to have to do, this is what the scrimmages are for. This is what the bubble is for right now. Putting him on the best offensive player early, just to see how things will go, if that's what it comes down to in the playoffs or in this seeding bubble that we have right now. A weakness, though, for Boston, the health of Kemba Walker. That's a big weakness right now. It's up in the air. We really don't know about Kemba. We don't know if he's going to be the driving force or if he's just going to be laid back. We don't know. One of the biggest challenges that I think the Celtics have is, go figure, the Milwaukee Bucks. I think that's going to be one of their biggest challenges. Like I said earlier, I have the Miami Heat coming out the East, but I don't think Miami and Boston are going to link up. If they do, Miami is going to give Boston fits. I see that being about a 6-game series with Miami winning. But Boston is no slouch. Another strength for Boston, I'm sorry, Jaylen Brown.
Williams leads that class. Siakam has to kick it back out. Tatum comes up with the steal. Tatum, bounce pass. Brown for 2. Oh, rebound loose. Brown's got it. Bounce pass ahead. Beauty to Hayward. That was a heck of a pass.
Really looked sharp in the first 2+ games.
Timely hoop there, breaking the Celtics momentum.
Brown goes inside, count it, and 1.
Look at this deep shot.
Brown throws it up. Oh, Williams and the foul. Couple of impressive rookies battling there. For the rebound, still loose. And Jaylen Brown has it. Brown fouled from behind. Not a smart foul from Morris, and a chance for a 3-point.
With Kyrie out of the picture, Jaylen Brown can go to work. The man can play the game of basketball, and that's being said, that's being exhibited. He can play the game of basketball. The man is dirty. He doesn't mind doing the dirty work. He doesn't mind going out giving you 30, but on top of giving you 30, he will also snag about 14, 15 rebounds if he has to do it. The man loves the game of basketball, and you can see it with the passion, with the heart that he plays. Jason Tatum has Mamba mentality, but he's a smooth dude. Jaylen Brown is a dog. He's a rough rider. Jaylen Brown is a rough rider. So if they insert Jaylen Brown into that starting lineup, but they can also bring him off the bench, because we cannot forget about Gordon Hayward, who is a system guy. He's in the same system that he thrived on in Butler. If Boston can click on all cylinders, they're going to be very scary. Very scary. So my biggest strength for Boston is Jason Tatum. My biggest weakness for Boston is Kemba's health. They have another weakness though. I'm basically going to end this series up with this. Size. They lack size. It's not going to come up in the Eastern Conference. But what's going to wind up happening is if they have to go out west, if they have to play out west, let's say they run that table and they go to the finals and they have to play out west, that is going to be big. When you have individuals, let's say you have to play against the Lakers, JaVale McGee, Dwight Howard, Anthony Davis, you have... it's no way that Boston is going to be able to compete with the Lakers if that is the case, because the size just, it's just not going to work. It's just not going to work. Not going to work at all, because you do have Al Horford. Well, you did have Al Horford. It's just not going to work. Not going to work. So, strengths for the Boston Celtics: Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum. Weaknesses: Kemba Walker's health, lack of size. Those are your strengths. Those are your weaknesses for the Boston Celtics. Guys, that has been all for the cutting edge for this evening. This is a short video. This is basically just a wrap up. I want to touch on all of the hot teams. But hey, leave in your comments below. Tell me what you think about the restart of the season. Tell me what you think about the bubble. Tell me what you think about everything that's going on right now. Hey, if you want to fast forward things, tell me who you got coming out the East, who you got coming out the West. Hey guys, this has been Jermaine with the Cutting Edge. You know how it go. Put some basketball in your mental.